We are thrilled to have with us, as always, our friends from Adobe to show you what's new with Adobe Pro Video. And here tonight, one of our dear friends, Al Mooney from Adobe. Please, a warm welcome for Al Mooney.
Thank you, Dan. I think my microphone just fell off. Hi, everybody. How are you all doing? So what am I going to talk about today? Well, we're really, really excited this year. We're always excited at NAB, but this year is particularly exciting for us, as we're revealing the next versions of all our creative desktop products. So we're showing you previews of what's coming to Premiere Pro, to After Effects, to SpeedGrade, to Prelude, and to Audition. But we're also showing some new stuff, some interesting stuff, some new ideas, some Adobe magic. And I'm going to get started right away with some magic, if I may. So you've heard a lot about color today, and we're talking this year a great deal about how we want to integrate color into every single part of the creative workflow. And there are times when you might be, walking around outside and you see a beautiful sunset, or you see a color palette of something that's interesting, and you think, man, I wish I could make my video look just like that. That ever happened to you? 3 of you. Well, that's good. It's a start, right? So I want to introduce you to a brand new piece of technology that we're previewing here, and you can switch to my screen whenever you wish, and it's called Project Candy. This, ladies and gentlemen, is my iPhone, as you can probably tell. So I'm going to show you a brand new piece of mobile technology. We're only previewing it at the show, but it's a piece of technology designed to allow you to capture the mood of an image or a scene that you're looking at, to capture the color and light, and turn it into a look which you can apply to your video when you're being creative at your desktop. Now that sounds cool, right? This, ladies and gentlemen, is Project Candy. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is candy. So I bought this in the hotel shop today, and for anyone that knows me, if I ate this, it would kill me. So I'd like to find a way to use it in a way other than eating it. Bear with me. All right, so this is Candy. What Candy lets me do is it lets me capture a look, as I've said. So I'm going to hit the plus button on my iPhone, and I'm going to choose my camera. And as I move my camera around, you'll see that it's picking up the color balance of everything I'm looking at. So why did I buy the candy? Because I'm going to point at the candy. Now, what this is doing is, in real time, it's deriving the color information from what it's looking at. The lighter colors are at the top. The bigger the bubble, the more the color. And I'm able to capture, in real time, live on a stage in front of 1,200 people, I might add, I'm able to capture a look. I'm going to click the capture button. And that is then going to try to apply this look to my example image. I can increase the intensity of the look. I can decrease the intensity of the look. But most importantly, I can save the look to my Creative Cloud Libraries folder. So I'm going to click the tick button, and I'm going to give it a memorable name. What? That's what it looks like, right? And I'm going to hit save. Now, what this would normally do is it would upload that look to my Creative Cloud Libraries folder, as I've said. So I've made a look. That's Project Candy. It's just a preview. If you're going to NAB, come look at the stand, but we're going to take this look now into the creative desktop application. So let's keep talking about color, and let's move to Premiere Pro. You guys are quiet this year. What's up? It's the dirt, isn't it? It's the dirt blowing through the city. So like I say, we know you guys want to be creative with color all the way through the creative process. I stuttered a lot there, sorry. We also know that a lot of editors maybe aren't comfortable with a full grading application or with full grading tools. Many editors we spoke to who also use Lightroom, and I bet a lot of you use Lightroom, am I right? Oh, thank God. Many editors have asked us in the past few years, why can't you just make working with color in Premiere Pro like Lightroom? I understand color in Lightroom. I understand what the sliders are going to do. I understand what temperature is and what saturation is and what vibrance is, but I'm not a color grader. And the answer was, because it's really hard. Because it's video. So shut up. But we've got, we didn't really say it. But we've got some very, very clever people in our company, as you know. We've got some incredible engineers, we've got some incredible technology, and we have SpeedGrade. And SpeedGrade has the Lumetri color engine inside it. So we set our engineers a challenge, we set ourselves a challenge. Let's liberalize color, let's bring color into the editing experience, but not with a load of potentially complex grading tools. No disrespect to all of my wonderful friends here. Me and Alex are great friends, and we're saving the fight until afterwards. So we said, let's see if we can do that, and that's exactly what we've done. So this is the all-new integrated Lumetri color experience inside Premiere Pro. Now, I want to quickly point you to something at the top of this new preview of the next software. This is the Workspace switcher. Again, kind of inspired by / stolen from Lightroom, this allows me to very quickly move between the different disciplines of working. I am going to therefore jump into my color workspace, hit the color button. That's going to open up my color workspace, and I'm going to be able to start grading right away. And what I'm going to do is work on this clip down here. Very quickly, for those of you who know the scopes in existing Premiere Pro, please welcome the brand new real-time Lumetri scopes right inside Premiere Pro. Now, if I wanted to use the look that I captured in Candy, which would synchronize with my Creative Cloud folder if, again, I wasn't in airplane mode because I'm way too paranoid to not be, I would see it in my libraries here. You can see down here are a bunch of looks I've captured using Project Candy, or that I've just saved and put in my libraries directory. I can see them there, I can drag them to a clip, and you'll see that libraries directory in After Effects as well. I don't want to do that, though. I want to use the all-new Lumetri color panel. I'm just going to navigate to that clip. So really quickly, let's look at Lumetri while I quickly check my time. There's a really scary timer down here, by the way. If you don't know that, it's kind of a little bit terrifying. Okay, 8 minutes and 14 seconds. This is the Lumetri color panel designed to make color, being creative with color easy, so let's quickly work through it. I'm in the creative section initially. This guides you through the workflow. The first thing you might want to do is add a look, some kind of a preset. You don't have to, but you can. And there's going to be a bunch of included presets in the app. I can just tab through the presets on this thumbnail and notice that the thumbnail updates as I move it around my timeline, so it's completely dynamic. And I can find a preset that I think I like to start with. That looks good in my thumbnail. When I like it, I click it, and I've already started doing something cool. Now, let's make adjustments to it. So look at these. You understand these. Sharp and vibrant saturation and that wonderful faded film look. So I can increase or decrease the intensity of that look. It's really hard to see in this bright light. I'll increase it slightly. I could add a little bit of saturation to it. I can also jump back into my basic correction and see all of these Lightroom style controls right inside that part of the panel. So temperature, like I say, I understand temperature. If I go to the left, I'm going to make my shot look colder. If I go to the right, I'm going to warm it up. So look how quickly I'm able to be creative and make a beautiful look. Now, I admit those blues are a bit over the top, but we'll get to that. Further down the panel, I can go into my vignette section, add a quick vignette. Now, obviously, this is a very stylized look, but if I match frame back to where I've come, and I had to explain this while I did it, I think you'll agree that's a pretty impressive alteration with manipulating about 3 faders. And of course, there will always be place for professional color grading or color grading. And if I send this over to SpeedGrade, it'll still show up everything I do here. But this gets you to a creative place really, really, really quickly. Very quickly, I'll also show you we have curves here as well. So yes, we have a Luma curve and an RGB. Oh, God, don't do that, man, jeez. Sorry, I'm nervous. So we can be creative with curves. But I've also got this beautiful hue saturation wheel. Very subtle adjustments here as well. It's really difficult to screw something up. So that's good, isn't it? So I'm just going to hit this blue button. I'm going to slightly desaturate the blue in that shot. It's kind of hard to see here if I pull that out a little bit. So that is fully integrated color for the masses inside Premiere Pro. We hope you like it. Now, there are many, many other features in Premiere Pro this preview, I have to get the words right, which I don't have time to tell you about. If you're going to the show, stop by the stand, blah, blah, blah. Okay, guys, I'd really like some audio, please, if that's possible, because it's rubbish, this part of the demo, if you can't hear it. There he is. Here is my dear friend Jacob Rosenberg. And we recorded an interview with him for some demo footage a while ago. And like everyone does when they're being interviewed, he occasionally paused, said said burped, farted, you know the kind of thing. And so we needed to cut those parts out. And so we did. And so we wound up with this.
But I think Mike, on a different level, I think what Mike means to skateboarding, I think Mike represents an idea that anyone can be a part of something.
Jump cuts. How annoying are jump cuts? What do I do with these? Well, there's a bunch of things I could do. I could cut to B-roll. I could just leave the ums and ahs in. I could run away and cry. I could try it. That's generally what I would do. I can cross-dissolve. Multiple options, right? But wouldn't it be amazing if some new piece of technology could be introduced that could use things like maybe face tracking, optical flow, intelligent frame replacement, to smooth these jump cuts out and make it look perfect? Wouldn't that be cool? Well, you can't have that. No, you've all heard of this, I know. We've previewed it a lot. Sorry for all the previews, guys. We'll ship it eventually. This is called Morph Cut. Now, you'll see, also, you might not be aware that you can fall off this stage this year. Also terrifying. You'll see I have exactly the same cuts with the Morph Cut transition applied. You'll also see that some of those were pretty subtle cuts, and there was one really obvious one. I wanted to show you an extreme example as well. So this is precisely the same frames of precisely the same edit. Playing back, what's the shortcut for that again? Playing back with the Morph Cut transition applied.
But I think Mike, on a different level, I think what Mike means to skateboarding, I think Mike represents an idea that anyone can be a part of something. But I think Mike...
There's some very big brains in Adobe, and they come up with these great ideas, and sometimes they're just crazy, and sometimes they're like, yes, everybody would want that, please keep working on it. That was one of those, and Morph Cut will be in the next release of Premiere Pro. Now, here's something I've never done in a SuperMeet demo. I'm going to sit down. And I'm going to jump to the last piece of Adobe magic I want to show you, and there is much more. I'm going to jump to a part of After Effects, I'm going to stand up again because I'm too excited, that we call Character Animator. Character animation, you might not all do it, but maybe you want to, maybe you wish you could. It's hard. Just like some advanced color grading can be hard. It's hard. Keyframing, complicated. It's difficult. Now, we discovered After Effects isn't really designed to be a character animator, but we talked to our customers, and we found out that a lot of people were using it for that. And so we thought, well, what can we do to make that easier for them? How can we speed up the process, maybe even make fun the process of animating characters? And so I'd like to introduce you to one of the most sort of astounding pieces of tech we've put in the product for some time, Adobe Character Animator. So I will sit down again, and I will turn on the lamp which I requested and was given. Thank you, lamp people. So here you can see a drawing of a man, and the man looks like a nerd, and he's pointing at what I would call an overhead projector. I don't know what you guys call it here. At the moment, I don't have my camera or my microphone on. I'm going to put my camera on, and you're going to see my face in the corner, and I'm going to not talk and click a button. Okay. So what I've now done is Man, I'm greasy. But that's not important right now. So this is now tracking my face movements, as you can see. Now, also if I open my mouth, And if I smile. And this is all, you know, you can have an IQ of 75, guys, and still work this thing. So that's pretty cool, right? Now, I've also got some other elements in here. This character's been designed so I can do what I'll be doing at the AJA party later. Oh, yeah. But it gets better, as you probably have noticed, because this microphone is not switched on, and if I enable the microphone, it's now going to use the built-in microphone of my computer. And what you'll see is it's now able to listen to my voice and apply visemes to it. Now, there's a lot of echo in this room, so it's not working perfectly, but hopefully you'll get an idea. So, I'm going to be this man. How would this guy speak, do you think? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you character animator, and the buttons aren't working. Damn you, buttons. I would like to introduce my very good friend, Mr. Red Monster. Oh, hi. What's up, guys? Now, Red Monster is slightly different, and it has to be said the audio tracking isn't working as well as it would do. I guess that's because of the huge amount of echo. But you get the idea. This guy also moves with me, and they're both talking in sync, which probably wouldn't happen in real life. But then, who has a Red Monster in real life? So screw it. It's actually able to track whether or not I've got my eyes open as well. I could record this motion and create keyframes all by myself. So really, this is Adobe Magic to allow someone who's never created something animated ever to work with animated characters really quickly. It works with Illustrator and Photoshop documents. As you can see here, basically it's very simple. You draw or create an image and you name accordingly. You name it understandable names like nose, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, etc. You open it up in Character Animator and you get that kind of result. Now tell me that's not the coolest thing you've seen in a while. Oh, I've gone over by 2 minutes and 7 seconds, so I'll probably never talk to you all again. Thank you very much for having us. We're so excited. Come by the stand. Thank you.
Al Mooney.